Before most people try to change their life, they try to change their situation. They want better results, better relationships, better work, better opportunities, and better peace of mind. But Sun Tzu teaches something deeper. Before you try to win outside, you must first win inside. The greatest battles are often not against other people. They are against fear, anger, distraction, ego, impatience, and confusion. A person who cannot guide their own mind will be controlled by every difficulty around them. But a person who learns self-mastery becomes calm, clear, disciplined, and strong. In this video, we will explore Sun Tzu's timeless lesson. If you want to lead your life well, you must first learn to master yourself. When people hear the name Sun Tzu, they usually think of war, strategy, and defeating enemies. But one of his deepest lessons is not only about external victory, it is about internal command. Before a general leads an army, he must first be steady in judgment. Before a person leads a life, they must first learn to govern themselves. Most people are not defeated by the world first. They are defeated by their own confusion, hesitation, impulses, anger, and lack of discipline. Sun Tzu reminds us that success is not just about force. It is about control. And the first thing to control is yourself.
A person who cannot manage themselves will struggle to manage anything else. They may have talent, ideas, and ambition, but without self-control, those strengths are scattered. One day they are motivated, the next day discouraged. One moment they are calm, the next moment reactive. They move according to mood instead of principle. Sun Tzu teaches that disorder within creates weakness without. But when you develop mastery over your mind and behavior, your energy becomes organized, your choices become sharper, your actions begin to align with your goals. Self-mastery is what turns potential into reliable strength. One of the greatest internal enemies is impulse. Impulse speaks before wisdom. It reacts before understanding. It chooses quick relief over long-term gain. A careless word, an angry reply, a distracted decision, a lazy delay. These small moments often create larger losses. Sun Tzu valued timing, patience, and measured action. He understood that reckless movement weakens a position. In life, too, not every feeling deserves action. Not every irritation deserves response. Mastering yourself means learning the space between feeling and action. In that space lives wisdom, and in that wisdom lives power. Many people think strength means intensity. Sun Tzu suggests something far wiser. Real strength is calm under pressure. A person ruled by anger becomes predictable. A person ruled by fear becomes hesitant. A person ruled by ego becomes blind. Emotions are natural, but they should not become commanders. When emotions take over, judgment weakens. Self-mastery does not mean suppressing all feeling. It means noticing emotion without surrendering your mind to it. You can feel frustration and still choose patience. You can feel fear and still choose clarity. That is strength of the highest kind. Many people resist discipline because it feels restrictive, but Sun Tzu would likely see discipline differently. Discipline protects energy. Discipline prevents waste. Discipline creates readiness. The person who trains their mind, habits, and actions is not trapped. They are prepared. Without discipline, life becomes ruled by inconsistency. Plans are made and abandoned. Good intentions fade. Time is lost. But discipline gives structure to effort. It makes progress repeatable. It turns scattered desire into focused movement. The more you master your routines, attention, and conduct, the more freedom you gain from chaos. Sun Tzu famously teaches the importance of knowing both the enemy and yourself. In daily life, self-knowledge is essential. What weakens your focus? What triggers your anger? What patterns repeat in your mistakes? What situations bring out your best self? A person who does not understand themselves becomes easy to mislead by others, by circumstances, and even by their own habits. But when you study yourself honestly, you gain strategic awareness. You stop pretending. You stop making excuses. You begin seeing the true terrain of your inner world. And once you see it clearly, you can lead it wisely. One of the wisest forms of self-mastery is restraint. Not every insult requires a reply. Not every problem requires panic. Not every disagreement deserves full emotional involvement. Sun Tzu teaches the value of choosing battles carefully. This applies deeply to life. Many people exhaust themselves fighting small, unnecessary battles every day, with other people, with minor frustrations, with imagined fears, with wounded pride. Self-mastery means conserving strength. It means asking, is this worth my peace? Is this worth my time? Is this worth my energy? A strong person is not one who reacts to everything, but one who knows what to ignore. Modern life rewards speed, but wisdom often rewards patience. Sun Tzu understood timing. Acting too early can waste strength. Acting too late can lose opportunity. The disciplined mind does not rush from anxiety. It waits, observes, and chooses the right moment. In life, patience is not passivity. It is controlled readiness. It is the refusal to let urgency overpower judgment. When you master yourself, you stop forcing everything. You become more observant, more precise, and more effective. Patience allows you to act with intention rather than pressure, and that often changes the result completely. Attention is one of your most valuable resources. Whatever captures your attention begins to shape your life. Sun Tzu knew that scattered focus leads to weakness. A distracted commander makes poor decisions. A distracted person lives with constant leakage of energy. Today, distraction is everywhere. Noise, screens, comparison, worry, endless stimulation. To master yourself, you must learn where your attention goes and whether it serves your purpose. A calm and trained mind can return to what matters. It does not chase every signal. It does not hand over its strength so easily. Attention guarded is power protected. Self-mastery also requires humility. Ego wants to be right, admired, noticed, and superior. But ego is fragile. It overreacts. It takes offense quickly. It confuses image with substance. Sun Tzu teaches the danger of blindness in judgment, and ego creates exactly that blindness. When ego leads, you stop learning. You defend poor decisions. You mistake pride for strength. But a person who masters themselves does not need to prove everything. They can listen. They can adjust. They can remain steady without constant validation. Humility does not weaken power. It sharpens it. Big victories often grow from small, repeated behaviors. Sun Tzu did not rely only on inspiration. Strategy depends on preparation, and preparation depends on consistency. In ordinary life, self-mastery is built through habits. How you begin your day, how you respond to pressure, how you manage your time, how you speak when upset, how you return after failure. These patterns quietly shape your future. People often wait for motivation to change, but self-mastery grows more reliably through practice than through emotion. Train the small things, and the big things become easier to handle. Anyone can appear calm when life is easy. The real test of self-mastery comes in difficulty. Delays, criticism, uncertainty, failure, conflict, and disappointment reveal whether your inner world is stable or fragile. Sun Tzu teaches preparation for difficult conditions, and this includes the mind. When life becomes hard,
Do you lose direction? Do you collapse into fear? Or do you pause, assess, and respond wisely? Self-mastery does not remove hardship, it changes the way you meet it. The person who can remain centered in difficulty has already gained an enormous advantage.
To master yourself, you need moments of stillness. A noisy mind cannot see clearly. A constantly occupied mind cannot understand itself deeply. Reflection gives order to thought. Silence reveals patterns that activity hides. Sun Tzu valued awareness, and awareness grows when the mind is not endlessly crowded. Even a few quiet moments each day can strengthen self-command. You begin to notice what drains you, what guides you, and what truly matters. In silence, your reactions become visible. In reflection, your next steps become clearer. Inner order begins in quiet observation.
Once you begin mastering yourself, everything else starts to change. You speak more carefully. You choose more wisely. You waste less energy. You recover faster from setbacks. You become less easy to provoke and less easy to discourage. The outer world may still be difficult, but your inner world becomes stronger, and that changes the way you move through life. Sun Tzu's lesson is profound because it applies far beyond war. The person who has conquered impatience, fear, ego, and distraction carries a deep strategic advantage everywhere they go.
Self-mastery is not one dramatic moment. It is a daily practice. It is choosing patience again, choosing discipline again, choosing clarity again, choosing restraint again. Some days you will do it well. Some days you will fall short. But the goal is not perfection. The goal is leadership over your own inner life. Sun Tzu's greatest lesson is not only how to defeat an outside opponent, it is how to become a person who is not easily ruled by emotion, impulse, fear, or noise. Master yourself first, because when you do, you become fit to face every other challenge with wisdom and strength. Sun Tzu's greatest lesson is simple, but not easy. The first victory must be within. When you learn to manage your emotions, direct your attention, control your reactions, and act with discipline, life begins to change. You stop wasting energy on chaos. You stop fighting every small battle. You become steadier, wiser, and harder to shake. Self-mastery does not mean becoming cold or perfect. It means becoming aware, balanced, and intentional. The person who rules their own mind cannot be easily defeated by pressure, delay, fear, or noise. So begin there. Watch your thoughts, train your habits, strengthen your discipline. And remember, the one who masters himself has already taken the most important step toward every meaningful victory.